If your team rolls their eyes when you say the word initiative, you are not alone. I'm going to show you why traditional accountability tools like RACI charts actually kill momentum and what to do instead. Stick around because the insight at the end might just flip your leadership strategy completely. Let me guess, somewhere in your strategic rollout, someone said, we need a RACI chart. And I get it. On paper, it sounds like the holy grail of clarity. Who's responsible? Who's accountable? Who's consulted? And who's informed? But let me tell you why I don't use RACI charts to drive accountability anymore and why abandoning them completely changed how my clients lead transformational change. If you stick around for the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what builds accountability. And spoiler alert, it's not a spreadsheet. Here's the issue nobody wants to admit. Most RACI charts aren't tools for clarity. They're tools for covering your ass. They become bureaucratic band-aids. The moment something starts going sideways, the first instinct is, let's check the RACI chart. Who dropped the ball? So instead of collaboration, you get finger pointing. Instead of ownership, you get compliance. And the irony, the more detailed your RACI chart is, the more likely people are to say, that's not my role. Ever been in one of those kickoff meetings? You're unveiling a new initiative. The slide comes up, roles and responsibilities, and you hear that subtle groan in the room. Not because people don't want clarity, but because they know what's coming next. Another chart, another set of boxes, another excuse for disengagement. I've watched highly capable teams get frozen, not from a lack of direction, but from a surplus of structure and a deficit of trust. A few years ago, I was coaching a leadership team through a digital transformation. Big change, big stakes, and big resistance. To keep everyone accountable, they built a color-coded, multi-tabbed RACI matrix that could have rivaled NASA flight plans. It was beautifully useless. By week 3, deadline slipped. By week 6, we were in damage control. And what surfaced wasn't a lack of documentation, but a lack of conversation. People weren't unclear about tasks. They were unclear about expectations, priorities, and how much voice they really had. Here's where I'll lose some people. And honestly, I'm okay with that. RACI charts are a crutch for leaders who don't know how to build psychological safety. Yes, I said it. They give the illusion of accountability without requiring the relationship that accountability actually demands. We've been taught to define roles instead of develop responsiveness. We've been trained to manage people instead of mobilizing them. That's why I stopped using RACI altogether. So what do I use instead? 3 simple but powerful principles. Number 1, accountability is built in dialogue, not documents. You want buy-in? Don't send a chart. Host a conversation. Ask people to define their roles in their own words. When people say it to themselves, they own it. Number 2, use if-then ownership language. Not you're responsible for X, but if we hit this milestone, then you'll lead the next stage. If we miss it, here's how we'll regroup. This turns ownership into shared trajectory, not just a static title. Number 3, peer review over top-down assignments. Have teams review each other's responsibilities before you finalize them. That builds trust, transparency, and real-time accountability. You feel the difference in a team with true accountability. There's less hiding in inboxes, more eye contact. The chat channels get quieter, but decisions get made faster. No one's CCing 10 people just in case. Because people know I said I'd own it, and I will. Let's name the real enemy here. Overstructured project plans that kill initiative. CYA leadership that trades trust for checklists, and a corporate culture that thinks clarity is a chart, not a conversation. RACI didn't break your team, but relying on RACI instead of real leadership just might. So here's the challenge. Next time someone says, we need a RACI, pause and ask instead, what conversation are we trying to avoid by filling out this chart? Because if your people are confused, it's probably not from a lack of documentation, it's from a lack of dialogue. If you want momentum, skip the matrix, leave the meeting. And remember, accountability isn't something you assign, it's something you co-create. If this challenged how you think about accountability, hit that subscribe button and share this with another leader who's stuck in spreadsheet mode. And if you are ready to ditch the RACI and drive real ownership, this is your channel.